And good morning, people. Welcome back to Star Ocean till the end of time. Last time we made it to Peterny after going through the Palmyra Plains. Yeah, the less said about that place the better. However, we have now unlocked the invention and system, which can be a little involved. Right now it's pretty simple, but later on it will get a lot more involved. So let's go into the menu and I will show you a few of the bits that we can do. You can go to any workshop, at literally any workshop in any town, and a few extras. I've already shown a few. There's one in Eriglyph, there's two in Kelsa, there's none in Arius, but there is one here as well. Right now in this one we cannot actually do anything because there is no lines available. Lines are what you actually do the inventions on. So we need to make some available. Also in this place we can only actually do cooking right now. However, we can expand the workshop and make it able to do a lot more. I want all of this, so I'm going to get it now before I need to do it later. This workshop is very important, a lot more important than any other one that you will visit. And everything is now installed. Excellent. Currently I only have the 3 people that I can do inventions with. There will be more as you pick up extra characters, and also something else which I will explain in a moment. Everyone individually has a different talent level. The main the characters of the game, the ones that you control, have multiple proficiencies. Cooking, alchemy, crafting, compounding, smithing, writing, engineering, synthesis. Cliff here is pretty good at engineering and smithing, but pretty mediocre in everywhere else. Fate is actually quite well rounded, best as a writer and a compounder, but has decent smithing, engineering and crafting skills. Nell, basically a cook, with a bit of smithing and alchemy skills, and mediocre everywhere else except for engineering, where she's pretty terrible. One thing you need to remember about this when doing any sort of invention, what you do is you add the 3 numbers together. So let's say I wanted to do Smith. So 31 plus 29, so that's 60, plus 25, that's 85. Between the 3 of them, I cannot create a item which is higher than 85 on a certain scale, which I will show in a few moments. The higher over the amount, so let's say I create an item with the scale on the scale of 1, you'll pretty much go, because I've got 85 between the 3, I'm going to make it a lot easier than say if I was trying to make something with the scale of 85. There are a few items that they cannot make though, so they will not show up at all. For that we need something else. Plan. Original invention, specify plan. Specify plan, I have actually no idea what it is. I've got 6 smithery materials, but Doesn't seem like I can actually do anything here. So I can't tell you what that actually accomplishes. What you'll mostly be doing is original invention. As you can see on the right as well, there is a cost. This is where your money will go. A lot of it. Almost all of it, actually. Inventing new items. If you, let's say, selected characters and move them around a bit, you will see this cost change. Each cost is a different item. So 51, 4,666, 49, 114, 216, they are all different items. The higher the cost, the better the item. I'm going to make, or try to make, something around the middle of the range. I want about 500, 600. Because it's unlikely that I'm going to make this the item that's nigh on 7,000 cost. Yeah, it can take a while to get the cost that you want. There is a guide online if you want to go and look it up, saying what the rough cost is of each item, and you can go and make it from that. Also tells you who can actually make it, but right now I can't really do a lot in crafting. Come on, there you go, 510. So once we've got the cost we want, we've got the type we want, we've got the people we want to make it, we then start the line by pressing the square button. Try inventing? Yeah, why not? That time bar, when it reaches the end, will say if we've got the invention or not. By the change of the portrait, that one we succeeded. That one is we didn't succeed. So if they're happy, they've succeeded. If they're sad, they haven't. But I did get one on the first one, so I am going to accept that, and we will go to go direction, which will request the item submission. So it will tell us what we just made. You can abort at any time, but you will not get the results of the whatever you've made. So if you've succeeded in trying to make something, you will not get it. So try not to use that one and instead use the direction. You will lose money out either way, so just check the direction each time. Steel armor. That number in the top right is how many you've made. Usually corresponds with how many times you've had a success as the time gets to 100%. So we confirm it and we go next. Let's try and make something a bit bigger. 1,640. Let's try it. I don't think I'm going to get it, but let's try it. I'm going to go through 3 times on the time and see if that works. If not, I'll just go through. I'll do one more after that. Yeah, as you can see, the cost is going down, making my money go down every time the time hits. This is where your money will go. If you haven't created anything, it'll just say, no, you didn't make anything, try again. 317? Yeah, let's try that one. We should make this one pretty easily, since it's a much lower cost. Of course, doesn't mean we're not going to fail. There we go, succeeded. And one more. I usually let it go 3 times and then do the submission. Kerbully. Leather armor reinforced with chain metal plates at critical locations. Okay. One more. One more. Might as well. Let's do one which is stupidly low and 1. This will not be a good item in the slightest, but it is easy to make. Go figure. So, crude rod. Rod that will melt your brain if you tried to figure out what sort of clothing would match it. Yeah, it's pretty much the worst weapon, worst rod in the game. I've just created there. And finally, one more. 31. As you can see there, Nell is sleeping. Her group will not, her things will not be added to the amount. So the 25 is disappeared completely. So it makes it harder to create the item, but she wouldn't be able to make it anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Bent sword. Bent to the right, this sword will not hit the enemy unless the wielder compensates. Pretty much the worst sword in the game. So we've just made some items. Crude rod. I can't actually use it on anyone, but how about that bent sword? Yeah. There we go. 0 attack. Power. Yeah, my holy sword does 200. I think I'm going to keep with the holy sword. I believe the bent rod also does. The crude rod also is 0. So yeah. Anyways, once you've created your items, invention info.
Good to see you again. First time meeting this way, huh? I won't look at that on screen, do I? In any case, you're stuck with me for a while. Let's try to work hard together, okay?
And Welch is pretty much our guide throughout this entire invention info. Once you've created items, you then need to patent them. This is very important. This will make them available in shops. It will make them give them a price as well, and also increase your standing in the invention rankings.
You're such a hard worker.
I've got 4 items here. Well, plus the anti-poison amulet, which I didn't make, but I have picked one up. You can pick up some items which can be invented. Anti-poison amulet is one of them, but I didn't make it. But let's patent it anyway.
Are you sure this is the item?
Blue gem sparkles at its center. Now, once we've done this,
Okay then, I'll have it evaluated. Here's the tentative
this is the rating
evaluation
system
of the item.
that I was talking about.
That's a pretty good review. Once we test the market, we'll decide the quantity to distribute. Please be patient.
And
Refer to looking up invention information for details.
yeah, right. The
You're
50.
such a hard worker.
The 50, that scale goes from 1 to 00, which is 100. The better the item, the better the score. Not always the case, but in terms of weapons, armour, that is generally what happens. that rating is also how well you can do on the score. So, like I said earlier, Nell, Cliff, and Fate reached 85. That score is the maximum they would be able to make on the rating. They would not be able to create anything above that. There is one exception to that rule, though, I believe, which will come to light later once I actually get to that point. Right. And also, I did say that there were items that they can't make, which is also important. Other people, you need other people to do that. Okay. Not sure what happened there, but what the other people are these inventors.
A new challenger has stepped up to the fierce product development front. Better keep an eye on them.
These people here are people you can hire. They are specialists, such as Damdamuda, who has a talent of cooking. Pretty low talent level, but you can add him, and he has some specific things that he can make that you can help with. There's Milenia, who's a compounder. Pretty okay talent level of 19. And Mayu, who is a cook with talent level of 20. What you do is you go and collect these people. You then use them in your crafting, and they will make the items for you. While they are not hired to you, they will do their own thing. They will create their own inventions, but not quite at the same rate as what you would do with them. They have the same things, so they will patent their own inventions, they will put them onto the market, and then you could buy them if you wanted to. Pretty much, as simple as that. But we've got 4 items here. Let's put these through. Still armor. And yes, you'd have to go through this every single time. 40.
That's a bit disappointing.
Not too bad.
File as soon as you can. Are you sure?
And Care Boyle.
Okay then, I'll have it evaluated.
Also 40. It's basically the lighter armor of steel.
Has everyone been in the... Are you sure?
Now the bent sword and crude rod.
I'll have it evaluated.
I expect these both to go down to 1 because they are terrible items.
Here's the tentative evaluation of the item. It looks like you should try a little harder.
Or spend more money.
What will you be? Are you sure this is the? Okay then, I'll have.
And this will also go down to 0, to 1. But not anything we can do about that.
There isn't anything for which you can file. The continental map has been updated.
Workshop map. This is where all the workshops are. Eriglyph, there was 1 there. There was 2 in Kelsa. The Mountains of Bar, we haven't been there yet, but we will be going. There is 1 up there. The Kelsa Caverns does not have 1, I believe. I believe that's darkened for that reason. Yeah. There's 1 in the Kelsa training facility. There's none in Arius, and there's the one we're in Peterny. You can invent in any workshop.
There's been a change in
finally,
rankings.
rankings.
Oh no, your rank is worsened. Back to work. Onward and upward.
Yeah, we have a bit of competition going for inventor rankings. I doubt I will be at the top by the end of this. It's unlikely.
A present rival is a future friend.
And inventor info just tells you details about the person. It tells you a bit of information, character description, what they've also told the guild. Some of it's okay, but I'll let you read it yourself whenever you play the game, if you play it. So, I believe
You haven't signed any inventions, have you?
that's all that we can do right there for now. One thing I do want to show is Welch Vineyard's little dictionary report. This working woman is smart, good looking, has a good personality, and even the guildmaster who leads the Craftsman's Guild is no match for her. This makes me think that Welch put all the things into the dictionary because, well, it's a bit self-centered. But yeah. Anyways, that's all that done. And I believe there's not really much else we can do at the moment. A couple of chests that we can go pick up. Like this one here, which I missed. Blackberries. At the moment, inventions won't be too... I won't be doing too much in the way of inventions. Later on, once I've got people, got crafters, got more characters, I will be doing a lot of it, because the best item, the best weapons, the best armor, the best items, you generally have to craft for yourself. This exit is the way to Greeton. Currently restricted, only authorised persons may pass. We will never be going that way. So, yeah. This is Meryl, who is an inventor for later. Inside here, we have the tavern. There are some people here that you can talk to. I am not going to do that. For a specific reason, but don't need to get into it. There is a personal interaction in there, but not something I want to actually do, because it's quite detrimental to what I want to happen. Should be an item here. Blueberries. And there should be an item in each of these houses. Ripe berries. And in this house, I believe there's some blackberries. Yep, there they are. Other than that, that's all the chests in the area. Anything else we can do before... If we go onto them steps, that actually moves us on to the next part. So, but it is quite a lengthy cutscene. So I'm going to end the part, and then next time I will meet you in the plaza, and we will go through that cutscene. So, until then, have a wonderful day. Have lots of fun. Goodbye.